Hi Elvis fans. So the movie Elvis is going to be released in June of 2022. And on February 17th of 2022, Baz Luhrmann released the full trailer for the movie. He had released a shorter trailer previously, which was exciting to see, but the full trailer really gives you a glimpse into Baz Luhrmann's movie, and it really solidifies the expectations that this movie is going to finally do Elvis justice. So I was very excited upon seeing it, and I hope you were too. So I have some thoughts about the trailer that I wanted to share with you. Okay, Elvis fans, so I first wanted to start with the director of the Elvis movie, and that is Baz Luhrmann. If you're familiar with Baz, he is Australian. He was born in Australia in 1962, and I've always loved him way back since the 90s when he came out with Romeo and Juliet and, of course, Moulin Rouge. But he's more than just a director. So he's a producer, writer of movies, music, television, the opera, theater. So because of these multi-talented skills, he's just the perfect director for this movie about Elvis. He even has a record label that's affiliated with RCA Records. His mother was a dance teacher. His father ran a movie theater. And again, one of his great movies is Romeo and Juliet, 1996. My personal favorite, at least thus far, of Baz's movies is Moulin Rouge, which came out in 2001. So the excitement about the visuals of that movie, the music, the writing, the cinematography, is what gave me confidence, even before seeing the trailer, that the movie about Elvis is going to be amazing. So if you might remember Australia in 2008, The Great Gatsby 2013, just an amazing movie. And of course, what I think is going to be my new favorite Baz Luhrmann movie, Elvis. So excited. So this little clip here is just very sweet to me. You know, Elvis's childhood and the loving way that he was raised by his mother, and their very humble beginnings, and the music, the people, everything he was exposed to created who he was. So I just really like this very brief clip that I'm going to show.
With destiny? Or does it just...
Okay, so did you notice that first image of a young Elvis and what he's reading? That Captain Marvel comic book. So here's an image of that one of the Captain Marvel comic books from the 1940s. And I've always found this really interesting and sweet. I'm sure many of you all know as well how much Elvis loves superheroes and comics. And isn't it interesting that Captain Marvel has that lightning bolt on his chest? And isn't it interesting that Captain Marvel has a cape? I wonder if that had any influence on Elvis. Isn't it also interesting that Captain Marvel has that beautiful, luscious black hair? I've always read that Elvis dyed his hair at his mother's suggestion because she said it would bring out his blue eyes. But maybe Captain Marvel has something to do with it as well. I don't know. But I think the actor that they cast to play young Elvis is perfect. When you just look at his big, beautiful eyes and how he looks at wonderment at the world around him. And isn't that sweet, the way they had this little child actor in the movie have a lightning bolt pinned to his shirt, pretending he's a superhero. Just love that. But just look at this actor's face, just full of wonderment, amazement. And here's the actual picture of young Elvis with those same big, beautiful eyes looking at him. And of course, another little older picture of Elvis. Perfect casting, in my opinion. All right, so this is another shot from the movie. And this is a young Elvis running through a neighborhood called Shake Rag. Now, obviously, this is a set. I'm pretty sure this was filmed in Australia. But again, it does represent the area of Tupelo known as Shake Rag. This is an actual picture of Shake Rag in 1936. And Elvis, when he was a young child, his family moved to this area. And it was a predominantly black area. So Elvis was exposed to a lot of excellent influences with respect to music and culture that shaped his style of music and really was transformative. Okay, and I love this clip here. I think this is a genius clip from Baz. Really shows Elvis and just what music meant to him.
He's a young singer from Memphis, Tennessee. Give him a warm hayride welcome.
Okay, so I just want to show a few screenshots from the trailer. And this is one that, if you look at it, you'll almost be shocked that that's not Elvis, but this is Austin Butler, the actor that plays Elvis. And I just, again, wow, not only at his physical appearance, but when you see the trailer, just how he moves, it's just perfection. And I'm loving Austin Butler. So obviously this is Elvis, and they've even got the details down to the guitar that Elvis wore in that particular scene. So the attention to detail, in my opinion, is just what makes Baz Luhrmann a genius in his films. Okay, some more examples of that attention to detail. Here's a scene in the movie. And if you'll notice, Bill Black, obviously with his bass there. And this is an image of Bill with Elvis. So you'll notice the white trim on that instrument. So again, that attention to detail, so impressive. Just as a little side note, you may know who currently owns that exact same instrument that Bill Black had there with the bass. And if you said Paul McCartney, yes, you're right. So this is the same instrument that Bill Black used, and it's now in Paul McCartney's possession. I would say that's pretty good, though. It's in good hands. Okay, this scene right here, my goodness, this is genius. This did actually make me tear up. So how awesome is that? Of course it's CGI, but how awesome is that? To put your audience there when Elvis first bought Graceland, driving up that dirt road. I know I said this before, but genius touch, Baz Luhrmann. Genius touch. And here you'll see the front of Graceland, and again that attention to detail. You don't have the wrought iron on the windows. You don't have the updated stained glass around the front door. You don't have the lions. Because again, Baz Luhrmann pays attention to details, and you just gotta love that. It puts the audience right there with you. Right there with Elvis, I should say. Right there back when he bought Graceland. That's just awesome. Okay, and this little clip is just so short just because I wanted to show the genius of what Austin Butler's doing with Elvis and how he captured him. So if you have seen so much footage of Elvis in Las Vegas, you will pick up on exactly Elvis's movements and how excellent Austin Butler captures them. Again, quick little video, but just that little head nod, the movement, that's Elvis's. The last image I wanted to show is this one. I captured it very quickly because I'm pretty sure this is capturing one of Elvis's most human elements, one of his vulnerabilities that endears us to him. And I think, I'm not 100% sure, but I think this scene is supposed to capture Elvis before going on stage in his black leather suit for the first time in that jam session with Scotty and DJ Fontana. Obviously, Bill Black had passed away earlier, and Charlie's up there and a couple other individuals. And Elvis just really didn't even want to go on stage. So I think that's what's captured here. And I think those are the notes that Steve Bender, not the real notes obviously, but Steve Bender had given Elvis. Steve Bender's the director of that Singer special, that comeback special 1968. So Steve Bender had given Elvis some talking points, which I think is what he's looking at. And according to Steve Bender, Elvis didn't even want to go out just because he had such stage fright. Again, the dichotomy of Elvis, isn't that what we love? The vulnerability, the shyness, but yet just the genius of him as a performer. So again, I think that's what this scene might be. I'm looking forward to seeing if I'm right or not. Okay, Elvis fans, are you excited? I am. I can't wait for this movie to open. I'm going to be there probably every night for however long until I just get tired of going. My current record is Dirty Dancing when it came out in the late 1980s. I think I saw that for 8 straight weekends, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to beat that record with this movie. So I'll be with you in the theater enjoying it, and what an awesome opportunity for us as Elvis fans. All right, thanks for watching, everybody. And just let me say thank you to the nation of Australia for producing such an amazing director in Baz Luhrmann. What he has gifted to the world with his past movies is just beyond measure. And finally, a movie that I think is going to be worthy of Elvis. There have been some good movies in the past, but I think this is going to be a masterpiece of the Elvis movies that will be made. And finally, right after almost 45 years. So thank you, Baz Luhrmann. And thanks, everybody. Until the next time.